Okay fam, we're breaking down the couch stretch, which is an incredible stretch for the anterior chain, mostly the quads and the hip flexors. I want to show you how to do it properly, how to adjust it if you're less flexible, and how to progress it as you become more flexible or if you're already a little bit more flexible in that anterior chain. If we're using this as an assessment, I also want to show you the position you're going to take so that we can see if there's a lack of flexibility or a difference from your left side to your right side. So first thing, how do we set up for this thing? So what you're going to do, ideally, is going to take your knee and put it right in the corner over here. Let's pretend this is a wall. Ideally, the wall is the perfect setup for this, but for the purpose of filming, I'm setting up off of this box over here. So I got my wall and I'm going to jam my knee right at the corner. This is going to standardize this as a benchmark if we're doing it as an assessment. And it's also going to make it harder than if my knee was further forward. Now you can see I put a pad here, so in case the flooring that you're using is a bit uncomfortable on your knee, put something so that it's a little bit more comfortable. And then from this position, once my knee is in the position I want it, I'm going to take the opposite leg and send it forward, hopefully to a point where my heel on this side is flat on the ground. This here already gives me a stretch, and some people are going to feel a massive stretch on this leg just in this position over here. From there, if I'm a bit more flexible, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stand up a little bit more, maybe by putting a bit of support on this leg here and then pushing. I could even have a block to elevate this hand a little bit to help me be a little bit higher, or I could use a PVC pipe like this to set myself up a little bit higher. So here I've already got a little bit more of a stretch, and when I become really flexible at this, I may even be able to get my torso all the way upright. The thing you want to do, and the mistake you don't want to do, is start to cheat the rep by extending your back in order for you to get upright. So let me bring this forward a little bit. If I'm here and my flexibility is this, and I do this with my back, I arch to go all the way straight. Now, I feel like I'm straight and I'm very flexible, but what I'm really doing is I'm exaggerating this lower back or lumbar position, and I'm releasing some of the tension on that back leg. So what you want to do is set up in a way where you're kind of tight here, and then from there you're trying to stand up while keeping the stretch on this here, trying to open up your hip as opposed to arching your back. So this is the position we want to be in. If you're stretching and putting your knee in the corner is too much, what you do is you start a little bit further like we said, and then from there you're going to be able to get maybe more upright. You start your stretch like this, you progress with the PVC going further. Once you're able or a bit more flexible, you can start to bring this pad in or bring your knee closer to the box and repeat the process. Over time, the idea is that you're increasing the tension or the difficulty, which is going to force your body to become more and more flexible. So the two ways that we can do this if we want to progress is either start with the knee further and bring it in closer, or it's to start in a position where you're leaning forward a little bit and then slowly you're getting yourself more and more upright. You're likely going to do a combination of the two as you're progressing. And then if you're, like I said, if you're doing this as an assessment, make sure that you keep your core engaged to a certain extent. Limit how much you arch your back. Don't just pretend like you're flexible. Be honest with your range of motion. Film it from the side so that I can see what it looks like on both sides and if there's a difference side to side. This is how you execute the couch stretch. I'll catch you on the next one.